Hey, good morning. Monday, August 31st, 2020. The first thing that I want to establish is that I do not own the music that's playing in the background. With that piece of business out of the way, welcome to Mental Health Mondays on Journeys with Jones Harwell. This morning I was listening to the news, and one of the news anchors said that she was so done with 2020. She was ready for it to be over. And I thought for a moment, for some people, 2020, the year 2020, has been a full year of revelations, a full year of growth, new growth, a full year of awareness. And it did start off on a great note for some people. And then we had the death of Kobe Bryant. Then we had COVID 19, which grounded us quite a bit, saw a change in not only the United States, but across the world. That is going to be our reality for a minute or more. And that is with the wearing of the face mask to protect ourselves from a deadly infection that they are still trying to determine as it continues to turn and twist, just what some of the underlying factors were. They thought they had them pretty much mapped out. If you had asthma issues, breathing issues, underlying issues of diabetes or being obese, which hard hit a lot of our seniors, a lot of our Black and brown communities, really hard. But then there was no rhyme or reason when the kids started getting ill as well. So, as we continue to deal with COVID 19, it made us sit down for a minute. And during that time that we sat down, America got a rude awakening from what Black people and brown people had been experiencing for more than 400 years. Systematic racial profiling, the continuing of killing young Black men, Black women, ethnic groups for no rhyme or reason, being unarmed. Didn't matter whether they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, does not matter what brought them to that point, their history, their character makeup of what they did in their lives had nothing to do, and many have argued this point that it did, but to me it doesn't. When you are walking away from a situation, seeking safety, and you get shot in the back, when you are in your own neighborhood, running, minding your own business, and get attacked and get killed, when you are simply bird watching in Central Park and someone takes it upon themselves to feel that you are a danger and a threat and calls the police and says, I'm being threatened, I feel threatened. So for a minute, we sat down with COVID 19. Now we have civil unrest that's making us stay woke. This is a year of a presidential election, and the man currently sitting in the White House, I could say a lot. I could really say a lot. But I'm going to try to keep it clean, and I'm going to try to keep this professional. He's 70 some years old. He doesn't feel that there is a need for him to have change or growth. His truth is that he wants to make America great again. And his America great again is his youth, where there was segregation, where black folks and brown folks stayed in their place. That's his make a great America, to make America great again. That, oh, Biden is going to destroy suburban America. Biden and the Democrat cities, they don't know anything about, law and order. For real? That's your take? That's your take. Okay? But you keep lining your pockets. Your generational wealth has been set for years. You've passed it on to your kids and grandkids. Nobody else gets that opportunity that is my skin color, brown, Asian, Latino, middle, Indian, Native American Indian. No other culture outside of European gets those opportunities. We don't get them. What America do you live in? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You live in the America of your ego. But America is made up of African Americans, Africans, Chinese Americans, Chinese, Japanese Americans, Japanese, Mexicans, El Salvadorians, Colombians, Latino Americans, Native Americans, Indians, India, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Indian Americans, Canadians, Australians. We have such a melting pot, such diversity, such creativity. We're proud people, but these proud people have had enough. It is our right. It was written in the Constitution. You can't change the Constitution to bend your will. It requires lawmakers and votes, everyday citizens voting for local change, state change, federal change. You can't just snap your finger and on a whim and a tweet. We'll show you that at the polls. You think that all this rhetoric that you're going to keep us away? No, we're woke. We are woke. The death of Chadwick Boseman, a hero in his own right, everyday citizen who got up every morning, went to work to perfect his craft, and look at what he left us. Look at the legacy of work he left us in 42, in playing Thurgood Marshall, in playing James Brown, in his last work that he did with Spike Lee, and of course the Marvel family of the first appearance in Avengers and then going on to be Black Panther. A generation of us seeing us on film, celebrating us, our culture, celebrating us, our hard work, celebrating us, our visions. And then I had to hear about John Thompson Jr. this morning. Great man. For those of you that didn't know him, he was a head coach basketball at Georgetown University. And I got an opportunity to meet with him quite a few times when I worked there. He was such an imposing figure, but a leader. Look at the generations that he taught under his tutelage and in his own son. Mental Health Monday. I know a lot of us are tired. I made a comment over the weekend. No matter how tired you try to make me with the news, with the images that I'm seeing, with the continuing racial profiling, with the continuing deaths and acts, that if you just took a second to react different, I will not be quiet. I cannot be quiet. I have a daughter. I have a son. I have grandchildren that look to me to hear my voice, that look to me to give them some reason, some encouragement that one day our America will really be better. One day our America will be as diverse as we show it to be. That one day equality, equity, peace will be for every single American. I cannot be quiet. I will not be quiet. One nation under God. We're supposed to be undividable. When are we going to get it, America? When are we going to get it? So today, I've started my day with my regular listening to one of the positive motivational coaches with my DMV mastermind group, Victoria Hollins. I've looked over some emails. I've sent my prayers up to the Lord, thanking Him for another day, that I get to spend another birthday with my baby brother. Happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday to all of those who share a birthday today with him. And as August comes to a close, and I walk into the last 21 days before I turn a new chapter, chapter 58, season of the Virgo, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to remember to breathe today. I'm going to step outside. I'm going to hear the birds in my backyard. I'm going to take the air in. I'm going to be grateful that I live in a country where I'm halfway free. Sit on that for a moment. I'm halfway free because I do have the right to come and go. I do live in the suburbs. I have a college education. I'm out here working to survive just like everybody else. But in that same breath, I got to pay for that protection, you know? Outside of not to worry about if I'm going to have a bad hair day or I got to pay attention to the traffic because maybe somebody's not driving correctly. But I got to worry about every time my son walks out the door, dressed, he's intelligent, God fearing, has manners. But that's not the first thing that people see about him. The first thing they see about him is the color of his skin. And in that second breath, is he friendly? Or do I have to be in a position to protect myself? That's not the America I envisioned for him. That's not the America I want for him. And with him being a 17-year-old high school senior, getting ready to finish high school and embrace life as a young man, my heart stays heavy and my prayers stay constant that he makes it, that he's not a statistic, that he doesn't get pulled over just because, that the world won't beat him down for the color of his skin, that it won't limit his talents because of the color of his skin. We got to vote, y'all. People keep saying the same thing, and so will I. Our lives now depend on it. And until we do, they're not going to take us seriously. Everything that we've done, we see that we're still not being taken seriously. So, Mental Health Monday. I was saying exhale, take the breath, but still take up the charge. Have a great day, you guys. I'll be back to talk to you tomorrow on Tuesday's Aspirations. Got some things on my list, some new things on my list. But until then, Jones Harwell, have a great day.